Now, as much as I appreciate the inspirational music about Boots with the Fur and Apple Bottom Dreams, Apple Bottom Jeans, I think I'll turn off the music. I don't know. Yeah, I should be having Apple Bottom Dreams right now, but instead it's 4 minutes into my lunch break at work, and once again I find myself parked outside of Fishtails, as it seems to be my harbor in the storm with regards to being able to film on my breaks at the workplace. I don't want to get in trouble with the powers that be. I don't know if that's a true statement. I don't mind getting in trouble with the powers that be if it's for a good reason, but I think to play it safe, it's probably best that I do my filming here at Fishtails, which opens at 5 a.m. So maybe if I rant on and on and on for darn near a half an hour or so, the owner of the establishment will come here and wonder if I'm an early bird waiting to get the worm. And this can is not a can for worms, but it may indeed be a can full of worms. So let's go for a little walk. I'm going to take my camera. I'm going to take my soup can. I'm going to take a little stroll around Fishtails. I don't know if that's a policeman or not, but I'll take my chances. Now, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't know how many millions of times I've said that in the past. I only believe in miracles. I was talking to my friend, my midnight shift coworker, who I've dubbed Human Google, because he's the best person to work with on night shift. Normally, if I have a research question, anytime I'm writing on my computer at home, all I gotta do is use Google. But having Human Google working with me on night shift, the guy's like a walking encyclopedia. If I have a question about geography, a question about theology, a question about history, a question about anatomy, physiology, or taxidermy, he knows everything. He knows everything. He's a jack of all trades and a master of many. So it's kind of a handy thing. And he asked me a question today as we were working. He asked me, and this is not a fishtail, he asked me, did I know anybody that was good at hooking up car stereos with the wiring and such? And I said, well, I had a friend who was kind of a friend of an ex-friend that used to do that, and he said with a smile, SOUPCAN? I'm like, yes indeed, SOUPCAN. And then quite miraculously, Human Google went on and say, well, after I got done with work last night, I went home and opened up a can of chunky soup, chicken and dumpling. Now, this is not Human Google's can of chicken and dumpling chunky soup. This is my own can of chicken and dumpling soup. I brought this to work today for me to eat on my break, and I ate it, and it was good. It was good. So I have the power of the chunky soup inside me. I even gave Bravo a little bit, and he was happy. It's good stuff, good stuff. Now recently, opening up this can of worms again, I was talking to my big little brother about SOUPCAN. SOUPCAN is a friend of mine. We have many tales in our 18 going on. It was probably 18 or 19 years of friendship we had. We met when I was about 18 or 19 years old, and we were friends for the better part of 18 or 19 years. And our friendship came to an end a couple of years ago. And I talked to my brother about the chance of offering the olive branch of friendship once again to SOUPCAN to see, you know, if he has changed. If he has changed in these last 2 years. My brother said, it's not a good idea. Don't open that can of worms. And I would be smarter and probably better suited and be in a lot less of sticky situations in life if I took my big little brother's advice more often than I did. But I think I'm going to reopen the can of worms and see if I can get in contact with old SOUPCAN again and see how he's doing and seeing if he's changed in the last couple of years. People change. A lot of times they use the terms change for the better or change for the worse. I think that's unfair. I think people just change. And labeling it good or labeling it bad, I mean, who's to judge? Who's to judge that? So we'll see. We'll see. You're never going to know unless you try. Now, another thing that I want to point out is I wonder, now I'm on the property of Fishtails and I'm kind of a buddy with the owner of Fishtails. I don't think I'm trespassing now, but I'm wondering if I cross the goal line plane here onto federal property to the post office, if I'm breaking the law. So let's go here and look at the SOUPCAN in another light. What's that say? Danger. Alright. So there's the post office zip code of Winnebago, Wisconsin. And here I am trying to look at SOUPCAN under another light. And I think that's kind of a good analogy of what I need to do. I need to look at SOUPCAN under a different light and see if things have changed.